this one right here. This one's called a quince. Say that one for me.
Quince.
Okay, a quince is kind of like a spicy apple, alright? And a jujube is kind of like a really small apple. It's the best way I know how to describe it. So in the middle, that's a pear tree. Who said pear? You said pear. There it is, right there. Now I call it something else, a pawpaw. Okay? So the pawpaws are down here. There are 2 of them. Come on.
If you move, you get more. That's right.
There's our other pawpaw right here, right? Okay. And we also have a 3rd pawpaw. It's inside the school. It's inside our courtyard. So you see right here? You see all these little things? These are the buds. Don't step on the mulch, okay? Back up, back up, back up. Okay. You see this? These are the buds that will make the leaves and the fruit next year, right? So in the springtime, these buds will swell up and they'll open up. And that's where our leaves will come out of, and then our fruit will come out of there too, okay? So this is our pawpaw, and then let's not step on this.
Be careful with the mulch.
What color are the buds on this one?
Red.
Yeah, they're red. Do you see that? Do you see the buds? This is where... Watch out for that shovel, guys. So you see right here? They're red. This is where the blueberries, this is a blueberry tree, a bush. It's not really a tree. So this is where the blueberries will come out next year, okay? So there's one thing that's special about blueberries. Who likes their orange juice? I like orange juice, but orange juice is kind of acidic, right? If you drink too much of it, it'll maybe make your stomach hurt a little bit. Okay, so blueberries really like acid. They grow in the forest where there's a lot of pine straw, and so they like the acid to get around its roots. So what we're gonna do just for the blueberries, not for anything else, we're gonna take this stuff right here. You guys see this? Oh, sorry, I got it on you. This is called peat moss, right? It's really light, and we're gonna put it down in our hole. And peat moss is really acidic because it comes from marshes. So you go down to like South Georgia, where there are swamps everywhere, right? And then they dig up the stuff in the swamps, and that's called peat moss. Now, it's not very good because then you're ruining the marsh, right? So we don't want to use it very often. But for these, they really like the acid. So we're going to put some in the soil. Let's keep going. Who said fig?
Fig. Pepino.
Stop, don't walk on the mulch. Don't walk on the mulch. Who said fig? Somebody said fig. You said fig. All right. So fig's right here. This right here is a baby fig, right? This is a baby fig. It's not going to grow because it's already too cold and it would die and it'd shrivel up. But this is a baby fig. Let's see. Can you see? This is an inside-out flower. That's what's really interesting about figs, right? They don't have flowers. This is the flower, right? But it's inside out. So instead of the flower coming out like this, it's like this. And the male and female stuff is on the inside. And it gets pollinated through the very bottom. So if I put it back together, this little part right here down at the bottom opens up when it gets older, and that's how it gets pollinated. So I don't think we have any more figs on there. Oh, there's one right here. Well, yeah, but still they're not ripe, but maybe it'll let us see on the inside a little better. It looks exactly the same, pretty much. So you see? So that's the inside flower, right? So these are all the little flower parts. So when it gets older, those become really sweet and good to eat, right? Okay, we got one over here. Miss Heath gave it away. What do we have to say? Pomegranate! That's this one right here. Okay, watch out, step back, step back. Don't get on the mulch, and watch out because pomegranates have thorns. You see that? See, that's very, very sharp. So we did have a pomegranate this year. It was growing like over here somewhere, maybe down there. And Coach picked it and the student wellness ambassadors helped eat it, okay? And then there's one last tree that we have in our garden. And I'll actually get to show you what it looks like. Come here.
Remember, don't step on the mulch.
Don't step on the mulch. Don't touch. Don't touch. Come on. Okay, so here's the leaf. Look, nice pretty fall color. Not a peach. Remember, it's called a persimmon. Okay, who's eating a lemon? Yeah, what happens? No, I'm asking you about a lemon.
Who's eaten a lemon before? Raise your hand.
This is the question. Have you eaten a lemon? Raise your hand. What happens when you put the lemon in your mouth?
It's sour.
And it kind of makes your mouth go, right? That's called pursing your lips. When your lips kind of squeeze together, you're like, oh my gosh. So this is called a persimmon because it does a very similar thing. Hold on. If you don't eat it when it's ripe, who knows what ripe means? Sir.
Ripe means that is like perfect for you and you can finally pick it.
Right, that's exactly what it means. Ripe means it's ready to be picked or eaten, okay? So when these turn ripe, they get really bright orange colored, right? But right now, you see it's still kind of green. So if you were to try and eat this right now, it would make your lips purse up. That's why it's called a persimmon, because if it's not ripe, it makes your lips purse, okay? So it's not ready to be eaten, but maybe it will. I kind of doubt it. It's probably a little too cold, and we'll just have to wait till next year to get some. We didn't even know this was out here. We were just like, we walked over to look at the tree with the last costume, and we were like, oh my gosh, look, there's a persimmon. All right, come on, we got some stuff to plant.